What is good? We are back for another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. I'm your host, Not So Big Ben, government name Ben Sladek. This show today is sponsored by, just kidding, I wish it was, but one day it will be. Coors Banquet, cheers to you, the best gosh darn beer on this earth. Delightful, if you will. And he's back today. Prayers all answered, as far as I know, so everything's all good.
Yeah. Yes, sir, man. Yo, what is good, man? It is your boy, Pro, man, at Proden on Instagram, and I'm back. We're back with another banger, man. My fault, bro. I couldn't catch you guys last time, man. I had a little bit of family issues going on. But, we got them resolved, you know what I'm saying? And, I watched last episode, and he gave me some time to speak on some stuff. I just want to say, Dallas, we back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I've always heard this statement, and I will always hear this statement. You are a quarterback is as good as his kicker. I'm telling you. If you look at historically, Tom Brady had one of the best kickers of all time. I mean, Justin Tuck, you know what I'm saying, when they won the Super Bowl, or I don't think he was on that team. Yeah, but
he was a rookie actually then.
Yeah, I think he was. So I was so glad that we signed Brandon Aubrey because he's such a really good, reliable kicker, and man, we could just put him in a situation, and if we're almost halfway across the field, bro, he can make that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, not to cut you off. Do you know why he started kicking? Him and his wife. He's a college soccer player. Him and his wife were just watching TV, and someone missed like a 50-yard field goal, and she literally looks at him and goes, "Babe, you could do that." And it sparked something in his head, and then he started training for it. Gosh, talk about the wife, dude.
Wife locked them in.
Wife of the year.
Wife of the year clutch moment. Sorry to interrupt. I just thought that was a crazy, crazy thing.
That's incredible. But no, I mean, all I'm saying is Dallas, I feel like we're really building a team around ourselves for no excuses, at least, right? Like, I think at this point in the season, right, Dak just got off his, little breakup engagement thing, you know what I'm saying? So he's got revenge year. He's got a little, you know what I'm saying?
He had the pep in his step in that one video.
He got a little chip, you know what I'm saying? And, I know, Downs is getting real comfortable at that, at that facility for sure, because we're going to be using him a lot. And I hope he knows that. I hope he knows he's going to start soon. And, there's so many variables to this team. But I will say, looking at now what Jerry Jones did with the Micah Parsons trade, I do appreciate what he did. Because he allowed us to get some of these picks and put ourselves in some of these places. And he's really been smart and strategic, like I said, on the defensive side, I feel like, because really that was our main thing. We've had guys on the offensive side, franchise tagging Pickens and Aubrey and whatever. So I felt like that defensive side was really just the main focus for this whole draft, or at least it needed to be, which, like I said, he kind of just went through and through and did his thing. And I think it'll be really, really exciting to see how we come together as a team, and if this year and we just everybody just comes and plays together, you know what I'm saying? And we don't have, our offense carrying us fucking every game and our defense selling us every game. Oh my goodness, I was so fucking tired of seeing that. You would go and you would watch the offense, and the offense would be electric, you know what I'm saying? You would have shit happen. You would go on the opposite side of the ball, you just want to fucking turn the channel, bro. It was bad.
It was bad.
And it kept people in games last year that I feel like we should have won. So I'd definitely be, like I said, real interested on that part, just to see what goes around. But I know I got to talk about this, because somebody going to say something to me about this, okay? Yes, Pavia, you fucking ruined your chance, bro. you did, bro. Now, I will say, people are saying, oh, he's short. Russell Wilson is fucking short. He went to a Super Bowl, bro. You can't tell me, you can't make that whole fucking short excuse, bro, that because you're short, you can't be a good player. But I just don't believe that. Darren Sproles was 5'6" as a running back and literally produced numbers that, literally led his team to be as good as it was when he was on the Eagles and what have you, whatever team he was on before them. But my thing is, he has talent to put himself in a spot to get an opportunity. But, like, what he's done professionally, like, as a professional quarterback, like, you know what I'm saying, putting yourself out there, doing media stuff, just giving people your personality, like how you are, I could see why nobody would want you, dude. And like I said, and I think some of you guys said something. He has talent, a lot more talent than I feel like some of the people that did get drafted. But when you pair that with, like I said, people are going to say you're short, you know what I'm saying? So people are always going to come at that. And like I said, although he does have talent, although he, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I feel like he has these attributes that he could be good in the NFL. He hasn't proven shit yet. You haven't proven anything to anybody. So for you to kind of be as cocky as you were, or at least kind of go into it like you're already proven what you weren't, I feel like that kind of just, lowered his draft stock a lot. And people probably already weren't as interested, but that just made it, even worse. And, as far as the Ty Simpson trade, I will say he got drafted to a great system. So if he ends up doing good after, Stafford retires, I could totally see that. He's on a Rams system, Sean McVay does great with quarterbacks, man. So I'm like I said, to me it was all about systems. But now that he's at a system where he has a great quarterback that he can learn behind, and a system that when the quarterback leaves is going to be still a great system for any quarterback to be in, I think he'll definitely have no excuses when the time comes for him to start playing.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I didn't.
No, you're good. I'm
okay.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said about Pavia, I just never thought he had like wow arm talent or anything like that, and that's why like all this bullshit antics just wasn't gonna get him drafted. If he was just like this underdog kid, and maybe he would have been picked, but at the same time, like we said last week, professionalism, like if your talent isn't unquestionable, professionalism comes first. And we can say that he's not the most professional. But, and Ty Simpson, though, like with Sean McVay reacting, I was kind of like, damn, did Sean really want this guy? Because this seems a little like, I don't know. But he definitely in the right spot. But I thought, again, like I said last week, I thought the Rams should have got like a playmaker. You were one game away from the Super Bowl, but I guess they also thought, we're probably never going to pick that high under the Sean McVay era, so we might as well go get our guy before Stafford retires. So not the worst, but I just didn't think Ty Simpson was a first-round talent, but that's just me personally. But needless to say, man, glad to have you back, first of all. And, a lot has been happening. We haven't paid your tribute yet, but Walker, Texas Ranger, Chuck Norris, man, rest in peace. And we know that you kicked the Grim Reaper's ass. And Ted Turner's with him now too. Former big WCW, big in the wrestling industry. So all our freaking combat sports people, if you will, coming and going. But yeah, that happened. And in other tragic news for some, Alex Jones is shutting down InfoWars. Jew, or whatever he said.
Vampire, Patriot. Such a great clip.
Yeah, thank you for the, not memories, but thank you for the memes, because that is what you are. And while that happened, there was a shooting at the White House, and Donald Trump was just sitting there all relaxed, like, another one? All right. And Dana White, you saw his reaction, right?
I think I seen a little bit of it, but I didn't really see.
That, he's like, they told me to get down. I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I'm thinking like, okay, this guy's kind of a psycho, but I mean, then again, the whole thing could have been staged for all we know. But man, I'm thinking of Dana White right now. Man, the UFC is done okay this year, to say the least. Had a really great event in Perth, and I mean, I know you watched that. I mean, I don't know. I did not get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch those prelims,
No,
though.
I didn't, bro.
I
didn't. I wasn't doing that, bro.
No, I mean, but I did go back and rewatch the ones that I missed in the morning. And I'm thinking of it right now. What did it start out with? Cody Steele. You rarely see knee bars in MMA now, but I don't know, was it a knee bar or a heel hook? I don't know what it was.
I didn't see. I won't lie.
You ain't gonna lie, but shit, first round to get that kind of stuff. I mean, pretty impressive to me. But and then right after that, what happened? Mikalayev got a split decision over Themba. Thank God the judges got that right, because I was like, could imagine getting robbed in your home country. Wes Schultz with kind of a comeback after getting dominated the first 2 rounds. He did drop Ben in round 2, but got him in a nice guillotine submission. Not the best MMA fight. Looked like 2 guys just gassed out, but you get a win, so good for you. And then I thought Vince Morales, I don't know if you watched his fight or not, because that's actually the fight that woke me up. I woke up at like 5:30 that day somehow.
I think Tafa was my first fight.
Oh, Tafa was?
Yeah.
Those were some nice elbows. That was...
Yeah. No, that like woke me up for sure, because that was good. And like I said, I know he's Tafa. He's in I think he's a light heavyweight now. Right?
Now, somehow.
Because he lost a lot of weight. You could tell he lost a lot of weight, but he looks a lot more comfortable. And what I will say, he just, like, that's another thing I don't get why UFC fighters do as good as I feel like they used to do back in the day, which is like ground and pound. Like, I don't get why people don't use elbows like they should. Like, to me personally, if I'm going to a ground, I'm in side control or I'm in half guard, I'm elbowing the fuck out of you. I'm using any weapon that I can to hurt you or to, you know what I'm saying, to ground and pound you. And, man, he definitely did that, bro. Man, got to the ground and really just bashed the guy's head in. And it was a good win for him. I would like to see, like I said, more of him in that weight class and see, just what he can offer to that weight division now that, Pereira and, these guys are at heavyweight. And so we'll see. But, yeah, I thought it was interesting.
I was surprised that he did stick around for a little bit, because he lost a few at light heavyweight, and I was just kind of like, he's just a kickboxer at the end of the day. But he got a win in his home country, so I mean, I can't hate on that or anything. But not that I was ever hating on him before. And then right after Cam Rouston, man, that's a scary middleweight. I'm going to tell you right now. I know he wasn't fighting the best guy or anything, but he's a well-known kickboxer. But then when the fight gets to the ground, you see how good his grappling is too. Yeah. So he could be a problem for the
definitely
middleweights.
A slow starter, but
yeah,
like you could tell, like as the fight goes on, it feels like he's like downloading information. So like he's like trying to know what you're gonna do, how you react, because like the second round, it was like it wasn't even close. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to the third round, I mean, it's all the way through. After the first round, it was all him. So.
I would say, because that first round, that other dude didn't do horribly. It wasn't like...
Nah, it wasn't.
I felt like he spent all his energy. I'm watching him on the stool like, yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he definitely gave it all that first round, and kind of, put him, like I said, put himself in a bad position that second round, and can't do that with a guy like Ralston, especially, at home, wants to win, and
yeah,
such a young guy. Like you said, showcased his talent both on the feet and on the ground. Like I said, just a little bit slow to start, so I feel like people could pick that apart a little bit. But, he's still young. He's still got tons of fights that he's probably going to fight. And, I would love to see how his career goes, you know what I'm saying, just from start to here.
One Australian career kicking up. Like, he is Australian, right? Or New Zealand, whatever. They have the same flag.
Yeah, they're like the same.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they the flags do look the same.
Yeah.
But, not to stereotype you guys, I promise. But this guy I know is definitely Australian, and I'm surprised we haven't gotten the UFC roster update that he's been released. Tai Tuivasa, man. I mean, I think that guy he fought, not to be disrespectful, was like based on what is it like? What's the rank? What's that website where they like rank heavyweight like all the fighters across the world? Like, I don't know. I think it's like KenPom or something. But Louis Sutherland was like near the bottom of the heavyweights, and he whooped your ass, plain and simple. I mean, I even whoop your ass. He just took you down, and I don't know if that tattoo that he had on his back was real, where Tai Tuivasa had jiu-jitsu on his back, because I pray to God that wasn't, because...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know what I'll say for Tuivasa is, has the wars that you've been in become enough for you? Like, because he's been in a lot of fights where he's gotten his chin touched multiple times. And just been in some wars with some really heavyweight guys. No matter... if he wins or if he loses, if you're in those type of fights with heavyweight guys, that's gonna do something to you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's taking a lot out of you. So I feel like the way he used to fight, or when he used to fight, he used to take a lot out of himself to win. And I feel like now that he's getting a little bit older, like you could tell his feet don't look the same. Like he doesn't look like he sits on his punches the same. Everything just looks like a wear and tear, if that makes sense. It looks like you've been doing it for a minute, which he hasn't even really been doing it for that long, but he's been doing it for a decent amount of time. And I mean, I think he has like a 6-fight losing streak right now. Seven-fight losing streak. And Sutherland was like, I feel like, was your last straw. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a guy, I feel like anybody that's considered themselves to be, a heavyweight contender, or at least wanting to, would absolutely annihilate that guy. And he really made that more of a fight than it actually should have been to me, Sutherland, because he wasn't really that good himself. But Tuivasa, man, it's just like just no urgency. It seems like I seen he tried to like press the issue kind of in the first round, but I mean everything just looked sloppy, and it looked like I said, it looked like a car that had been worn and you've been driving it for a while. You know how you drive a car for a minute, you know what I'm saying? You start driving it, and then you get into that one accident. It's like, oh, okay, it's fine. Go fix. You get into another accident. It's like, oh, okay, it's fine. You've been in too many accidents, brother, I think, to come back from it now, bro. I think it's time to go ahead and wrap that shit up, put it in the shop, you know what I'm saying, and figure out, you know what I'm saying, a different type of career. Because you've already gotten, like I said, you've already gotten your wear and tear. You've already been in wars. And you're not competing in that division. You're not competing in any other division because you can't make weight for any other division.
You barely make weight for heavyweight.
So,
I mean,
I'm just saying this out of respect for you, dude. You know what I'm saying? You've been a great fighter, but I think it really is time to wrap it up, man. And because he's really ruining his legacy, man. He's looking real bad nowadays.
I mean, bro, we forget, like 2022, he was on a heater.
Yeah.
Like, he was a second away from putting Cyril Gane out. Everybody forgets that. And then he would have been fighting John Jones for the heavyweight championship. And, boy, you would have seen an ass beaten for free. That would have been – you would have taken him down, and that would have been a wrap. I mean, but yeah, I mean, when he, like, knocked out Derek Lewis in Houston, you're thinking, like, he was a top 3 heavyweight in the world. And ever since then, it just has not been the same. So – and I mean, granted, Cyril Gane right after that, the next round just absolutely starched him, and then he came back on like 2 months after to try to fight Sergey Pavlovich, and whoever his manager was for that was a bad idea. And I think that really did worse for him, because that wasn't even a minute.
Yeah.
And God, Sergey, he was on a heater that year too, knocking everybody out. Now he's a decision king, and I don't love that, but. On On to the real heavyweights, though. We might have another, we had Hokit a few weeks ago. Brando Pericic. Wow. Man, that guy, because, I mean, like you said about Hokit with blades, like, I'm faster and my cardio's better, so I'm just going to let it all go. I kind of saw the same thing from him because he was getting, I mean, Shamil was clipping him too, but Brando was significantly faster than Shamil was, and man, that knockout he had, that was bad.
Yeah.
Because Shamil, he suffered two, Waldo got him in November on short notice, and then this one now, it's two pretty bad knockouts, so.
Yeah. And he only had one loss, didn't he?
Two.
Or two.
He had one before, but.
But, yeah, it definitely seemed that way. It was definitely back and forth. I mean, he got touched a lot of times where I thought he was gonna go down, bro. And his chin, man, I'll give him credit for that, bro. His chin is, like I said, it's crazy. But yeah, overall, it was definitely you could tell that he was much faster, and that what I'm saying, his striking just seemed just a little bit better. At least for that day. So props to him. It was a really good fight to watch for sure.
Definitely the best fight of that night. I mean, and then Marwan Rahiki took a guy on short notice, but you still see wow, this guy is. We might have a player 145 because he gets hit a lot, but his speed and just I love watching him personally. I mean, and I think he's got 100% finish rate still, and I mean he just made that look too easy almost. So good on you, man. And then Steve Erceg had a little slugfest with Tim Elliott. That was quite the scrap, actually. I'll say so myself. And Tim Elliott, he's always going to come out with that awkward fight style. I think he definitely won the first round, Tim did, but then Steve was just kind of just jabbing his way. I think it was 120 plus strike. He had 130 significant strikes and 120 of them were on the head, and I'm thinking damn. And I knew if Steve was going to win that fight, it was going to be a battle. He would have to keep it on the feet because he was clearly the better man on the feet. But I mean, not a bad scrap, and Steve Erceg, who had quite the effort against Pantoja, 2 years ago now? Kind of went on a losing streak himself. I mean, against the best guys, but I mean, and Tim Elliott's about 40 years old. He could still make a fight and whatever, but and then he also released some DMs about some fighters sliding up in his DMs saying, "Oh, you faggot, you lost me the bet," or something like that. Kill yourself, and it's just bro. What do you guys get out of this? If they lost you a bet, then so be it. I mean, you want to put your marbles and fight them? I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, like I said, it was a good fight. Both of them are kind of on their tail ends, kind of getting to the tail ends of their careers. Obviously, Steve is younger and obviously was better of a fighter, like you said, with the jab and everything. But as for Elliott, I mean, I don't really see him having that much longer. I mean,
No.
I feel like he's kind of in a Cub Swasher situation where I think, man, just get a fight, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a hometown or somewhere close, you know what I'm saying, that you can win, you know what I'm saying, get that retirement fight, man. He's been in the UFC for over, I think, 10 years now. So, yeah, bro, I would really like to see him get his last fight because I don't like seeing guys, that old too and on that tail end of their career still fighting for real. I mean, he's got plenty of fights and he's fought, like I said, for the amount of time that he has. So I think it's okay to wrap it up when you're ready, brother. Obviously, can't nobody tell you nothing, But when you're ready, bro, get that fight, make it happen, man.
I was just say, he's still looking good right now.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Well, he beat Kaya Sakura last year, but that was whatever. But then we might now have a lightweight contender now in Kulan Salkilde. Actually, shit, the main event, the co-main and the main event were won by cigarette smokers, if you will. But
Yeah.
I don't know if Quillon actually does that or if that's just a celebration. But, faced a tiny bit of adversity early on, but I didn't think that was really a knockdown by Beneil. But, I mean, Beneil showed, hey, when he was grappling him, I'm thinking, if this gets to the ground, we'll really – because Quillon's not a bad grappler, but I thought if it was going to be on the ground, then Beneil would have the advantage.
Yeah.
But on the feet, Beneil is just – I think that chin's just gone, man.
Yeah, it's so weak, man. His chin is so weak.
I mean, because BSD dropped him, and that wasn't even that hard of a shot. And it was quick. But and it's just so unfortunate that he never got a title shot when he won 10 fights in a row, Beneil, back then. And now, obviously, he's never going to get one because it's just, I mean, Quillon, he might be really good, but right now, if we're looking at it, we're thinking okay, if you can't beat him, then where does it go from?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, had one of my favorite knockouts of all time when he knocked out Drakkar Klose too, but I don't know. But Quillon, man, I mean, he made that look a little too easy almost, but not too easy, I should say, but
Yeah.
once he got separation, it was
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him the hype that he want yet, cause I see a lot of flaws in his game, and I see if somebody was a prospect like him, and he went up against a prospect that was doing the same thing he was doing, I don't think he wins, to be honest. And I say that just because of what the potential you gave to Darius to do to you in that first round. And just like I said, it was a bit of a slow start, maybe, being, co-main event, hometown and everything like that. But like I said, he's young, you know what I'm saying? These are the type of fights to, see where your flaws are at and kind of go on based off what you think that you need to work on or whatever. But it was an all-around great performance. I mean, he got the finish, you know what I'm saying? Oh, is it second round, right?
first round.
Or first round, yeah. First round got the finish, and yeah, man, it was good. It was good. Light up Perf a little bit, in that aspect, and they got us set up for the main event for sure.
Man, in that main event, that shit, I thought they were about to start fighting before that fight started.
Mm-hmm.
That got me a little worried because usually when shit like that happens, the fight ends up stinking. But Prates just put on an ass beating like I've never seen in my life, man. I mean, and like you also said, JDM didn't learn a thing from the Islam fight, really. But I'm not going to spend the time to dunk on JDM. I mean, I'm just going to sit here and tell you how good Carlos Prates is because obviously, I mean, they're saying that Ian Gary's going to be fighting Islam in Philadelphia, allegedly, which it makes, I mean, I hate to ask it, but how good is Ian Gary? Because he beat Carlos Prates, and Carlos Prates is knocking everybody else out. But can he do, and it's not even so I just want to know what kind of power that man's got in his hands because they're not even they don't look like they're like that one he landed on Neil Magny months ago. I was like, what did he? And then Leon Edwards, that was just a straight jab. But in JDM, he didn't knock him out cold, but he took his will to live. Cause I mean, the amount of knees that JDM was eating up the middle, the leg, he destroyed that leg, and JDM just got a takedown. That's about it. I mean,
it was basically it. What I will say about JDM, because shit pissed me off. For him to be as good of a striker as he is, he does not know how to control distance right. He was trying to do some takedown fakes and he was throwing leg kicks. He threw a little bit of I think in the beginning of the round, he started throwing a little bit of leg kicks to find his range and then just stopped throwing them. And which was, most of that was because Prates was literally bashing his leg. But literally Islam did the same thing in their last fight. People are saying, oh, Prates is a different fighter than Islam, and it doesn't matter. If you're getting hit with the same fucking leg kick, and the same leg, it was the same leg. Look at the film. It was the same exact leg. Dude, you have to at least know after you've got off a championship fight, after you lost your championship, what you need to work on. Like, me personally, if I lost one of that fight, I'm rewatching that Islam fight and seeing what I need to do to make sure that I have those mistakes that in this last fight won't happen in this next fight. To me, it didn't look like he did whatsoever. Which, like I said, it was a combination of that and Prates just being as good as he was on that night. Because to be honest, if Prates looks like that every night, I do not see a lot of people beating Prates. And even if he fought Ian Gary again, to be honest, I think, you know what I'm saying, if he fights again, Prates might have that against you, brother. Just because of the role and the streak he's on. But yeah, as far as JDM, man, I think he has. I think Prates watched a lot of film on you. That's what I think. I don't think a lot of it was just because of Prates naturally being better than you. Because JDM is good. I've watched his film. JDM can strike. He can do it when he knows how to control range and he feels comfortable with his game plan. It seemed like his game plan was fucking awful. First of all, when you got a guy that's that tall, why are you not throwing body shots? You're smaller than him, okay? How you break down a guy significantly that big is you go to the body. You throw kicks, punches, something. Make it dirty in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't seem like his game plan for a Carlos Prates was right. It just didn't seem right to me. And, I mean, really just couldn't really do anything with Prates on the ground, really, either. You know what I'm saying? Or anything. It was just kind of a one-way street. And then, man, you could tell his legs starting to get, like, you could see it starting to, like, kind of brush out a little bit and lump up. And then, I mean, man, after a few of those leg kicks, man, it was over. And Prates, like I said, it's just all around. He's such a smooth striker, bro. Like, so smooth, and you can tell he's starting to mature a lot more too with his striking. And I say that meaning that he takes his time more. You know what I'm saying? He takes his time, and even if he sees that he got a guy hurt, or even if he sees that a guy, you know what I'm saying, might be getting affected by the punches, but not really putting on a face or not really showing it. He knows how to relax himself. He knows how to stay composed, and he knows how to, you know what I'm saying, wait till he gets to finish. Like I said, because he was dropping JDM, but he was telling him he wanted him to get back up every single time. He was like, get back up. I'm not going and trying to finish you on the ground and making this a long round extent. Because we'll see guys do that. Guys will literally get guys hurt, and they'll be beating their ass in the striking, like the whole fight. And then as soon as they go to the ground, they, like, try to finish it, and they don't get to finish because they're on the ground, and now they're sitting there. You know what I'm saying?
Get caught in the guard sometimes.
Yeah. Which sometimes that pisses me off so bad. So I'm like, why do you do that? But he took his time. He saw, obviously, that JDM's leg was compromised. He was like, yes, stand up. I want you to fight me standing up. I want you to fight me on that leg. Because he knew JDM was thinking about it. And, I mean, once he caught him, even on the ground, he hit him with a leg kick. And he hit him in his leg. His leg was up. Hit him in the leg. He was like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad, man. You could tell that JDM was finished.
Yeah, that ref probably should have stopped the fight when he wasn't getting up, honestly. Yeah. The more I think of it. But Prates, I mean, like you said, JDM's really good. I think he'll be fine. But Prates, man, I mean, that's because I can't wait for him to fight for the title. And if not, if they want to give him a guy like Michael Morales beforehand, which I don't think he should take that fight, but now you wonder what happens with Michael Morales. I guess he's gonna have to fight another fight, but who would they give him? I guess JDM again. I don't know, but
Prates, maybe.
When you're number one, I mean, I'll be like, yo, I'm number one contender. I'm fighting for the title, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't think anybody would complain if they gave it to Carlos Prates instead of Ian Gary, though. I'll tell you that.
Nah, nobody would have anything to say about it. But MMA math,
It shouldn't.
it rules Gary gets it before
Then again,
Prates.
could have finished Ian Gary in that 5th round.
Yeah,
He
the
could
last
have,
round.
but he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. But
Question from a casual. Who is a fighter that comes to mind that got a title shot that you thought they had no way that they deserved it, but just from like a marketing standpoint, they got one?
Kyle Sakura.
oh yeah, because he just debuted.
He just debuted and got a title shot, and he really hadn't proved anything in the UFC or anything.
and then lost to Tim Elliott.
He fought in I think it was like the one championship stuff. I think he fought
One Horizon.
Horizon or something like that, which is like kickboxing, Thai kickboxing and stuff like that. And
Never
they were like
fought a
hyping.
flyweight
They were
either.
hyping him up as like he was gonna make the championship, or the guy he was facing, the champion, like give him serious problems because his style. And then he got there and got absolutely like obliterated. Got submitted, and then like you said, he fought Tim Elliott, which is like a 40-year-old guy after, and he lost. So it was just like I never really saw the hype in giving him. I just think they didn't have anybody else to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, Pantoja, he beaten everybody, so
Yeah.
I guess that was it. But I got 2 for you. One, Dan Henderson. They only did that so Michael Bisping could avenge that loss.
Yeah.
And I don't even think Michael Bisping finished him in that fight. But and then 2, Cheeto Vera, because they wanted Sugar Sean to avenge his loss. And now he's been on a losing streak ever since. Cheeto has, and they wanted Sean to at least have one title defense because they know if they gave him a Rob right away, that would have been a wrap. But man, and now we got some fights announced for the UFC. Pretty good ones for International Fight Week. Benoit St. Denis will be taking on Paddy Pimblett. I'm really excited for that fight.
It's a great fight.
I really don't know who's going to win that one either. That's such a tough one to predict because I think Paddy's better on the feet, but I would say BSD's got the advantage on the ground. You don't think so?
Patty is a lot better on the ground than people think he is.
No, I agree, but I just think it's going to get to the point where BSD has Paddy on his back, and
I would say Patty sucks off his back though.
that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, that is true. If he gets to a position where he's on his back and he can't get up, he doesn't have urgency to get up. Yeah, Benoit is gonna fucking.
Not many people are great off their back though, other than maybe like a Charles Oliveira.
Dude, it's when I tell you, bro, it's hard to do that when you're also getting punched in the face. Like,
yeah.
When you're doing BJJ, right? The main thing, right, you want to protect is obviously your neck. You know what I'm saying? And at least the main thing I look for is you're not touching my neck, and you're not getting any type of wrist or hand thing on me. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of guys, like I said, they'll get there, and then they don't realize how tired you get.
Yeah.
You get super tired. Like, you would obviously think because the guy's, on top of you, he's trying to keep you there, you know what I'm saying? But, dude, if you're not having any urgency to get up, that dude's going to just ride you there the whole time, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, pause. But a lot of people get, like I said, comfortable, and then they don't realize how tired it makes you, and then you're on your back for a whole round, and then you get up, go to the second round, and now your body feels way heavier, and you feel way tired than you were. So I think, that aspect of it, if Patty can, you know what I'm saying, understand that he can't stay on the ground, he's not that good off his back, and keep the fight from there, I think it's definitely a closer fight for him, for sure.
For sure. I gotta give him credit. He's like taking another tough one. Like, he's not going for like a Michael Chandler layup type of fight now. Especially after that war with Gaethje that he just had. But also on that card, because both are International Fight Week. Robert Whittaker is gonna make his light heavyweight debut and take on Nikita Krylov, which I think that's a winnable fight for Whittaker.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting. And then Baku has a main event in Rafael Fiziev and Manuel Torres. Not a bad fight. Definitely did not think that'd be a main event, though.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes sense because I think Fiziev is from that area.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a good fight. It should be a really good fight. And then also Johnny Walker, this is in Serbia, though, kind of funny, is going to be moving up to heavyweight to fight Ante Delaya. And I don't know about Walker's chin at heavyweight, man. I mean,
it was already questionable at light heavyweight, but I mean, he's definitely a fighter that has gotten better as he's fought. So I'm curious to see. If as he continues to fight, if he starts to get better, and if he's a lot faster than some of the guys in heavyweight. He's a really long and tall dude, and I mean on the ground, that's his that's his game. Heel hooks, all that type of stuff. That's him. You know what I'm saying? So. He's definitely gonna have to have a game plan, for sure, going into that fight, and hopefully he can make it his fight, and hopefully it's an entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And MMA is such a fun sport, man. I love it, and I don't know. Did you see that scene that happened in Korean MMA this past weekend?
Mm-mm.
Some guy was like taunting his opponent all week, squirting him with a water gun, squeezing a rubber chicken. And then that opponent like knocked him out cold, and he was hitting him with so many ground and pound shots, and the guy was already out. And I'm looking at the ref's face like he definitely saw the pre-antics, pre-fight, and wanted to let
go
that
a little
go.
bit longer, yeah.
Which is fucked up, but like I would probably do the same thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a referee, you got to protect those guys. But I mean, I don't know. I'm the old school MMA guy. I'm not like, I don't know about you, but I'm not like the big McGregor fan. Like, I'm not all about the trash talk with families.
I said GSP is my favorite of all time. That's the era I grew up on. So a lot of those, like I said, that era.
He just beat you however he needed to beat you, man.
And he could beat you anywhere, dude. He could beat you on the feet. He could beat you on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He was like the definition of the first mixed martial artist, like
the greatest of all time.
Like he was such a mix of everything at the time, where there was just styles. You were either a wrestler back then, or a boxer, or a jiu-jitsu fighter. Like you were either one, right?
Yeah.
But you weren't like a mix. Like there wasn't really mixes of Brazilian jiu-jitsu with kickboxing, or karate with wrestling, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? It was more like just style based, and he created that, man. And then
for sure,
UFC's it's been good, man. It's been good.
It's been good, and I'll tell you, there was quite the boxing scene this weekend too.
Yes.
Man, now I don't know how to say Inoue. What an entrance he had, the aura of that man, and God, that boxing is just so clean out of him, man. It's
he's gonna go down as one of the greatest boxers of all time.
I agree.
Just his star power in his country, and the type of fights that he puts on are never boring.
Never.
Like the fights that he fights, they're always speed, timing. They're always back and forth. I mean, and that fight in particular, I think he was going against another former world champion or a world champion. I couldn't remember.
I don't remember his name.
Really just like a back and forth thing. Like you could tell in a way, you know what I'm saying, he's comfortable, and he's kind of one of those guys that takes a little bit longer. But he was beating him, and then the guy, tried to sit on his punches a little bit more and kind of establish himself and kind of make his way in there, you know what I'm saying, make things rough. But anyway, man, he's just classy, man, and so patient, so fluent, and timing. I'm telling you, timing is everything in boxing. He has perfect timing. Like, the way he can time his punches and the way he sees some of the stuff, some of the open areas to go to, it's an elite level. It's very elite, especially for somebody in that weight class, which the guys he goes against are super fast. You know what I'm saying? That weight class, you're punching almost 60 punches per round. You know what I'm saying? It's fast. It's a fast pace. So, yeah, man, that was it was a really good fight for him, and it sets up his legacy. I want to see him go against Bam Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you and
That's gonna
Bam,
be a great fight.
you and Bam would have a great fight, and I think that y'all are trying to set that up now. So, yeah, that would be a fight for me to see next. And I honestly think Bam got that one, to be honest, but it's gonna be close for sure.
We'll see. I mean, that should be a good one, but nobody had my favorite moment compared to David Benavidez with that like 7-punch combo knock. I mean, yeah, like he just hit him with 7 punches, then the guy fell down. I was just like, God damn.
David Benavidez, man, is when I tell you there's levels, he's just there, bro. Like it makes no sense for somebody to be a light heavyweight and 200 and what, like 3 pounds, 202 pounds at like 6'4", and to throw like 10 punches in under like 5 seconds. That makes no sense. Like he was throwing 7 to 8 punch combos that were all landing. You know what I'm saying? And the guy's eye, bro, like you could tell, like every round it just seemed like it was opening up, like just gotten even more plump, more fat.
Yeah.
Which I give credit to, I think it was Zaharu or something like that, Zoru, I think, because he was getting annihilated by Benavidez, and he was still trying to come forward and land, and he did land some on Benavidez, but you could tell Benavidez, and what I've watched, and now that I've watched him a little bit, Benavidez knows he's gonna get hit. He rather take a punch to give you like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in that moment and everything that happened, it was just a single de Mayo. Like all of it came down to that night for him, and that was just, like I said, it was his debut at that weight. And dude, the whole night, and he does this thing where he'll literally pull a guy's glove down and then punch him. Like it's almost kind of like a.
It's like a parry almost.
Yeah, it's almost like a parry almost, but like he does it so fast because he has so much speed. So he'll literally like do it and then like he'll jab, you know what I'm saying, and open your guard, like, but he'll literally take your arm like as he's jabbing and push it out. So now that he creates this space, it's like, and he'll throw an uppercut or anything like that, and it just lands so cleanly and so fluently. Really, what I think his next fight should be is Bivol, man. I think him and Bivol would be a phenomenal fight. I know he said something about Canelo after. That's not a realistic fight. That fight should have happened years ago. Canelo's not going to take that fight. And I think that just really wouldn't do nothing for your legacy because I think he would beat Canelo.
Yeah, nice payday.
I definitely would because I know Turkey Al Sheik and, Ring Magazine would definitely put up some money for that. But, yeah, bro, as far as Benavidez, man, I'm telling you, there's levels, and he proved that. And I just think he's probably one of the fastest light heavyweight boxers I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, congrats to him, man. He's Cinco de Mayo, you know what I'm saying? He's got like 9 belts now, you know what I'm saying? So, like, he's crazy, man. He's for sure doing his thing.
Shit, he's crazy. Yoel Romero's crazy. I mean, getting a knockout at bare knuckle MMA, 49 years old. Absolute specimen.
One guy I don't think I would ever want to fight at any age.
No.
At any age. You know what I'm saying?
And nothing. Like, he's good at everything. You've watched him wrestle.
He's a wrestler.
Bo Nickel freaking ducked that guy at RAF, as far as I'm concerned. But, I mean, he missed weight by a pound, I know. But, like, still, if you're that guy and you're that wrestler that you think you are, you go out there and
still do it.
But it is what it is. And, man, I mean, I just love combat sports, and I somewhat love the WWE and pro wrestling world right now, even though it's a little frustrating to me. I was very, very upset at the most recent release of Kofi Kingston. Man, that hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as somebody who grew up watching him, like that's a guy I thought that was gonna be there for ever, really.
Yeah, I just think, you have guys like The Miz and all that have been there for so long and have been in
Yeah.
roles that, what I'm saying, they've kind of been the mid-carder. I just thought, like, what I'm saying, why release a guy like Kofi who's done so much for the WWE, really, and, what I'm saying, all these years is given his passion.
Mr. Royal Rumble.
He's never, I'm saying, all the Royal Rumbles he's done, I mean, he's never went to any other company, you know what I'm saying, or wanted to, be released even with Vince McMahon and, his whole thing with that. And, I mean, he even got his own...
They fought each other, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I did hear
Like,
about
literally fought each other on the airplane.
that. Yeah. which I can get, you know what I'm saying, Vince McMahon and all that. But, yeah, bro, I just, I feel like if you could keep guys like The Miz around, you should be able to keep Kofi around. And
Damn, we're just throwing shade at Mike like that. No, I'm totally with you though. I mean, well, the Miz, he's got his little situation with Danhausen, which is kind of goofy. But I mean, I'll say like Danhausen character has actually played off a lot more better than I thought it would when it debuted. But again, like Kofi and Xavier too, and I guess Xavier had to leave because of Paige coming back. But I don't want to, I don't want to dive too much into that because I know.
yeah.
That could be really bad, but yeah, I mean, Kofi's a guy that like you just thought would be a lifer, and Kofi Mania felt like forever ago because I think that was like right before the pandemic. But I mean, and the fact that Javon Evans is in the company now, like I don't know if they ever had a singles match or not, but that Kofi versus Javon would have fed families,
Yeah.
bro. That was the match to make, and I don't know. I still thought Kofi was a good singles competitor still. I never thought he lost a pep in a step, but he also made an Insta post saying, like, at the end of the day, know your worth. And I'm like, my guy, because he ain't lying. Like, if TKO tried to offer him a 50% pay cut, that is wild to me.
No, especially a guy who's a veteran and has been around as long as he has. I mean, no, you got to have respect for yourself and what you've done for the company, you know what I'm saying? And obviously TKO doesn't understand that because they haven't been there his whole career, and you know what I'm saying, they weren't running things until, you know what I'm saying, the whole big, The Rock and all them guys, Dana White and all them coming together. But yeah, it's really unfortunate, man. But I hope he knows his legacy will never be tarnished. You know what I'm saying? WWE is always gonna remember him. Like you said, as Mr. Mania, he had his Mania, thing, and then obviously the Royal Rumbles, just everything he's done with those for years. It's always been great. So, yeah, props to him. I hope he can, find something else that he enjoys, and hopefully he doesn't, go to another company, because I feel like if he does, he still has the potential to still be Kofi Kingston, still be, a good, solid character, a good, solid wrestler. I feel like anywhere he goes. So, if he decides to do that,
If he goes to AEW, man, because I saw a video of like him and Xavier Woods playing video games against Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
And God, can you imagine the trios match the Elite versus New Day would have been?
I ain't gonna lie, I will watch if he went to AEW for sure.
Bro, AEW should absolutely hop on that.
Yeah.
They'd be crazy not to. Like, and can you imagine? Because AEW's coming to Richmond June 3rd. I'm trying to go. I don't know about you, but because I just think it's cool that there's going to be a professional wrestling event in Richmond. And I think Tony Khan, although he kind of did a little dick move yesterday by, like, mentioning himself with the Ted Turner tribute after Ted Turner died, but I get it. I mean, well, I don't get it, but I don't know, man. Tony Khan's going to be Tony Khan at the end of the day. He's kind of a nerd and not really a guy I can take too. If that was my boss, I just wouldn't take him too seriously. But he does. I mean, he does care about the wrestlers in a way, though. I saw he paid for Will Ospreay's neck surgery. I don't think he's a bad guy by any means, but
kind of like that substitute teacher that you got in the middle of the year, and then it just so happened to like take the job because your original teacher got pregnant or something. and nobody really respected that substitute teacher, but now he's your teacher. So like now you gotta sort of listen to him, but like, you still don't give a fuck about what he says. You're just trying to do what you.
Dude, the way that MJF speaks to him is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's just
he'll just be like "fuck you, Tony," and just like takes it. I mean, but again, like, and as much as we hate a guy like Vince McMahon was somebody you never talk to that way because. He's a big dude, but I don't know. Vince McMahon's a piece of shit, so I'm not going to try to praise him right now. But, man, I mean, and it is unfortunate, too, because they're releasing all the dark characters, but they want to get rid of Aleister Black and the whole Wyatt Six, which...
See, I don't get it, bro. Like, why get rid of those characters but have dinner Danhausen? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you don't... And I've heard there were reports that somebody doesn't like dark characters in the TKO group. Or
that's what I was saying.
There was, like, some issue with TKO just not like... Which, I get Danhausen, like, for the kids... But, like, as an adult, if you're a full-grown man and you're a Danhausen fan... Like, that just doesn't sit right with me, bro. Like, he's a kid entertainer. He seems like he would be in a carnival show that if it went around, you know, the East Coast, that he would be a part of this carnival group and you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. He doesn't even wrestle for real. So I'm like, dude, like, I don't see, like, I get people who's like, oh, he's fun, he's enjoyable, whatever, but, like, you're letting go of people that I feel like have actual talent and that could be adding actual storylines, and you're giving us Danhausen. Like, I don't know. To me, as a WWE fan, it doesn't sit right with me that guys like him get opportunities while other people are.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Not only that, like, we're kicking off WrestleMania with I Show Speed, like.
Man, like, it's
come on, man.
It's, like you talked about, it's just TKO and the whole celebrity shtick and the whole we have to make sure people are watching that don't even watch WWE. It seems like it's like, man, WWE is always going to be as big as it is just because it's WWE. Literally because it's called WWE. People are going to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I feel like taking away from wrestling, you know what I'm saying, is going to be a downfall if you take away from it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't take away from the actual wrestling aspect. Like, wrestling is what it is and was what it was because of the wrestling. Obviously, because you had the storylines and you had the characters, but the wrestling was the wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And you can be the best person on the mic all you want, right? But if you go and you cannot wrestle, like, it completely defeats the purpose of, to me, being a wrestler. Mm-hmm. Anybody can talk, right? Anybody can say and do all this. I mean, you see guys in the UFC like Hogan, where he can cut a promo and do whatever and, you know what I'm saying, be entertaining. But it's when you actually get to the performing aspect and you get people that want to put on good matches, have good matches. Like I said, I just don't see why you let a Danhausen, you pay money for a Danhausen, but you let go of a Kyrie Sane or a Aleister Black. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Just because, like I said, to me, they have more of the talent of both wrestler and both promo or storyline type of character or whatever you want to say. But, yeah, I don't understand it, and it makes me feel bad for, you know, them people that have been in the WWE, because it's like I said, I don't think people like Danhausen should be getting the opportunities that they should be. Like Danhausen, Logan Paul, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see it, man. I really don't.
Like, I agree. I mean, like, Logan Paul, he is good in the ring, but, I mean, and some of our buddies are kind of glazing him just recently, saying, like, oh, he's great on the mic. I don't think he's that good on the mic, personally, but I mean,
he's definitely gotten better. Right, he was better than you.
But it just doesn't feel real. You know what I mean? Like, like it just feels forced. Like, I don't know. And by the way, Joe Hendry with a banger on Raw. Paul, can we fire Logan Paul? Yeah. I mean, I'm not even trying to be a hater, but like, it's kind of catchy. I mean, and Joe Hendry's actually not a bad singer. I mean, but I believe in Joe Hendry. But again, like Logan Paul, when he like got fed to Roman Reigns right away, I was just kind of like, just let him like feud with like a mid card at first because, and I think you even said it too, but
I think they should have just kept him mid card.
Like,
know what I'm saying?
him versus Ilya Dragunov would be a fucking... And the fact that Ilya wasn't even on... Ilya, Carmelo Hayes, no WrestleMania spots, but we're letting, like, Lil Yachty be a cheerleader for Trick.
Like, what, bro? Like, I was so wanting to Ilya and Aleister Black, bro. Like, I thought Ilya and Aleister Black would have been such a good feud, bro, if they could have built that right.
Mm-hmm.
They just, you know, they didn't take the chances that they had, man.
No.
Like I said, it just sucks because I feel like now you
Missed
got
opportunities.
Exactly. It's missed opportunities, and now you got all these celebrities that you got to pay, right? Because now you're trying to incorporate all these celebrities. And now, you know, money's going to places where it probably shouldn't be going to, or at least it would be better off going somewhere else. And like you said, this is where the cuts come in, and then people get cut, guys lose their jobs, and, you know, it's understandable. You know, I just hope that if you fire these guys, or by you firing these guys, that you have a plan in mind to replace them with better talent. Because if you don't, and you replace them with weaker talent, it's just gonna make WWE look overall weaker, and it's gonna make the decision look even worse. So
Agreed. And then you got Roman Reigns apparently with contract issues now too. Your champion and your tribal chief, if you will. But I don't know, man. If he's really like off of Raw because of TKO, then I'll give him the slack. But it's also like, I really try to put my personal feelings aside because the main Reigns and Punk saved WrestleMania as far as I'm concerned.
yeah,
But I just don't want the part-time gimmick again because I thought Punk was deserving of a long reign if we're going to crown Roman as
yeah.
But that's unfortunate. But we got a New Japan. Hiromu Takahashi is supposedly coming to WWE, which would be... I've been high on him for a long time, and you know, but...
If they don't Shinsuke him, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like worried. Like, are we back to the days where you shouldn't want to come to WWE now? I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of what it's feeling like.
But that is what it is. I mean, it stinks, stunk, suck, whatever. But playoffs, sports are going on right now, though. NBA, NHL, man, and Kevin Durant's Rockets got eliminated. And I know what we're going to say. He was hurt. I think he had a case of pussyitis. He just didn't want to be on the court and say he got eliminated by LeBron.
Yeah, there's I feel like there's always a extraterrestrial reason in KD's mind why he does some of the stuff that he does. But yeah, it's kind of always been like that with KD. You know what I'm saying? He'll get in these situations, and there's always something that happens, whether his performance kind of slacks or he gets injured, like you said, and does whatever he does. But you know what I mean? I don't really know what to say about you, KD, man, because I be trying to look out for you, bro. You are a great player, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, I'm still taking him over Draymond Green. You know,
as an individual talent, I am too.
Because Draymond Green, in my humble opinion, he would be in a Chinese league somewhere if he hadn't played it for the Warriors.
Guangdong Titus.
He would be somewhere in Lithuania playing whatever if he wasn't in the Warriors. But as for KD, bro, it's like you gotta find like what you want with basketball, bro. Are you just here to like make money and like be the star of your team and, you know what I'm saying, be fine with whatever results you get? Or do you actually want to win? Do you actually want to, you know what I'm saying, win a championship by yourself, you know what I'm saying, and prove that you can win it, you know what I'm saying, because you are a good of a player as you are, you know what I'm saying? I just think his mentality is not there anymore. I don't think he really, for the teams that he's on, I don't think he really cares that much. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, we'll never know, right? I'm looking from the outside, but it's just like, man, sometimes you got to suck that shit up and just play, bro, you know what I'm saying? And if you really want to win, man, you're going to do whatever it takes to win. But like I said, I just don't know where his motivation is, so.
Yeah, I heard this week that a fan's most exciting time with KD is when he comes to their team and then when he leaves their team. It's like the two most exciting
Literally.
bits of the experience for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is with him. Like, when he got traded to the Rockets, I'm like, just expect the same thing you got in Phoenix and Brooklyn. It's not going to be the Golden State guy. It's just not. And he wasn't even the engineer for that team. And speaking of Golden State, I don't know if Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Steve Kerr were hugging. And I got to say this, if it's truly the end. Sayonara, motherfucker! I hate you guys so much. Steve Kerr, like you said, gets up on the mic acting holier than thou. Coach the damn game, you bum. Fuck that guy.
Steph Curry is the only extremely likable.
Agreed.
And Klay Thompson, I think.
Well, Klay Thompson, man.
Hey, that was my alley-oop.
I knew that was your alley-oop. You know how we were saying, how can you wife up Megan Thee Stallion? I'm thinking, how can you hubby, if that's even the right term, Klay Thompson? Because, brother, you're like 38, 37. I don't know how old he is.
Maybe 36.
And you're living your bachelor life. Like, come on, man. If you're going to.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like athletes are some of the dumbest people when it comes to relationships, man. I don't understand.
Dumbest.
I don't understand, I don't understand how hard, I don't understand why it's that hard. To me, I get maybe distractions and, you have money and you have all these opportunities and people, they know you and they come and see you. Oh my goodness, Klay Thompson, whatever. Oh my goodness, can I get a picture or whatever, bro? But I just don't get at the end of the day, publicly going out with somebody, right? Publicly saying, oh, I'm with Meg and oh, I'm, and all that. And then, kind of just from what I heard cheating or whatever he did. And now it's oh yeah, now I'm back on my life. I'm back on. It's bro, you're an old ass dude, bro. You should be having kids right now.
Yeah.
Chilling. Comfortable with your life.
Bro, it's like when you have unlimited money and you can, let's just say they could probably get 95% of the women that they wanted to.
Yeah.
It's like everyone reverts back to high school. It's like they turn into high school seniors.
Literally.
You know what I mean? I from the outside looking in, I like to think that I would be able to have a more adult life, as I would say, with with that type of power, money, etc. But it's weird. It's kind of weird to see.
Yeah, I mean, you don't actually think Klay Thompson's likable because I can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
I would say
I
think he's likable.
I think he's kind of a pussy, personally.
Likable for the Warriors team.
Sure, fine, but I don't know. Whenever it was weird, or not weird. It was annoying whenever his team would be getting his ass kicked, and all he'd ever do is just hold up 4, saying that he's got 4
Well, when Draymond's on the team, everyone becomes likable in comparison.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Jordan Poole kind of had what he had coming.
Oh, he was, yeah. Again, Warriors, not a likable team.
I mean, yeah. If that's the end, then sayonara. But a likable team right now, I'd say, how about Joel Embiid finally conquering his demon? Down 3-1 against Boston. And
he just got hurt, too.
Yeah, I know. But dare I say this is a bigger accomplishment for him than winning MVP? I mean, finally beating Boston in a playoff series. Especially when he had that quote, "It's not a rivalry, they always kick our ass," but
he is a flopper, though, I will say.
Oh.
Joel Embiid flops. Bad, bro. Most of the calls that they got that game were because of Joel Embiid flopping, you know what I'm saying?
Jaylen Brown would agree with you.
Yeah, and I watched that whole thing, and, I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not. But at the end of the day, doing that on Twitch just looks kind of weak, When you're up 3-1 and you lose, come on.
It was bad though.
It was.
He got calls that he should not have gotten, and that really had determined that game. But to me too, it was also good to just see Boston. I don't want to see a team that competed with what did they win last year or the year before?
2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years ago, right? I don't want to see a team that's competed recently. I mean, maybe this is just me. Be in the championship again.
I just hate a Boston team.
I wish and I know sometimes reality doesn't work like this, but I like anytime I see a Super Bowl, a playoff, or anything like that, I'd rather see different teams every year than the same team or the same types of teams in that same space, always in the playoffs, always in the semifinals, you know what I'm saying? Always in the,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. I like to see it different up and, you know what I'm saying, and be different. So for that aspect, you know, I was really glad that they beat Boston. And, you know, I know Philly has been rebuilding themselves for quite a while. You know
Trust
what I'm
the
saying?
process for like 10 years.
Yeah, for quite a while. I remember they were saying that when freaking Norris Noel was there, and that was
That's a name, dude.
I forgot about that guy.
Name a random
Wow.
football player.
bro.
Yeah.
I remember when that was the whole thing, and they thought they were gonna, you know what I'm saying, do something with that, and you know that didn't end up working out, and yeah, it's been a long time for them, you know what I'm saying, coming. So
You know they're calling Rossini the hurricane of the Northeast. So we obviously know what's happened with the Patriots. I don't think.
Did you just see the newest information?
So I don't know if Vrabel will coach week 1.
Bro, I feel
It
like
keeps
this isn't even the
coming
worst.
out.
Yeah, there's
It keeps
more.
coming out. But
Did you see?
Celtics suck. Boston Bruins beating the playoffs. Boston Red Sox
Suck.
And then you have the infamous Patriots losing Super Bowl and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
some are calling her the hurricane of the Northeast. I don't know.
Bro, I mean, shout out to Hurricane Rossini, bro. I mean, they bought a goddamn yacht. Did you see? That was what we were talking about in 2021 together while she was 6 weeks pregnant.
wow, dude.
Bro.
Her son's name is his name.
That's
I think like,
wild.
So
I feel so bad though. Like,
bro, what if like a week before the season they just drop like, no, that's Vrabel's kid. Like that would be crazy.
you gotta go at that point. You cannot coach.
Crazy,
Bro.
I don't know. The story will not die. I'll tell you that.
Like, I feel like we haven't been hit by like the worst thing yet because something new just keeps coming and coming and coming.
And like I said, this is not gonna do anything good for the team.
No.
Like this is not gonna put them in a good position. Like I said, going into the season, because they're gonna have so much to think about. And you know what I'm saying, like just with that thing, you said there's stuff coming out like every other week. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It's like if it's like that, you know what I'm saying. There's probably something that we haven't heard yet. You know what I'm saying? And you
I
know,
usually
who
don't.
knows?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I usually don't live for this kind of drama, but I'm like eating this shit up because I just fucking hate the Patriots, and I liked Mike.
That's what it is.
I liked Mike Vrabel before. I can't like him anymore. Like, it's hard to, man. I mean,
Like if this happened to like Jeff Halfley or someone, like this story would have been dead months ago.
you think so?
I think it's just like the Patriots, and now there's like little creepings of like, you know, does he get her to drive the price up of a player, like so they get better draft pick? Like there's a whole lot of that's the piece that people are missing is like the
Bro,
integrity
I
piece
didn't
of like,
think of that.
you know what I mean? Like there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it.
Dude, and shout out to Stephon Diggs real quick. Not that he's a very innocent man, I mean, from his past, but he clearly did not do anything to that chef. I mean,
Bro, that joint was bad, bro.
Hilarious.
She was like, didn't know how to answer questions, and like,
kind of made me
she
think
was like, they said after, there was a video after she like got assaulted, she was like dancing, and like, she said she gave him a birthday gift. I'm like, bro, what? Like, that shit doesn't make any sense. And I'm glad he got found out not guilty, because that was obviously like, you know what I'm saying, a money grab, if anything, you know what I'm saying? She was just, I think he didn't want to be with her after, so she felt some type of way when he was like, all right, I got to let you go because it's getting a little too crazy, and then she wanted to make up some shit. And that's what I said. I think at the end of the day, Stephon Diggs still puts himself there. You still put yourself in that situation. Why are we fucking our personal chef? You know what I'm saying? Like,
If your personal chef has a BBL,
did you see him looking at it in the court?
it's probably not a good move. It's probably not a good move.
Bro, Stephon Diggs, man. He's, again, not an innocent man by any means, but in this one case,
Yeah,
Congrats.
She was definitely trying to.
Congrats on finally, I mean, I did not think that person spoke any English by the way she talked, but I don't know. I couldn't, it was painful to watch because,
It was.
yeah, I don't know, man. But in other NFL news, DK Metcalf also beat his case against that one punk ass Detroit Lions fan. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, fuck that guy. I hope I hope his fucking dick fell off or something. Fucking bitch. And former Steeler Russell Wilson sounds like he's going to go into broadcasting because he got an offer from the New York Jets and he's mulling it. And to be honest, I think I'd go into broadcasting too. But now that I think of it, who would start, him or Geno? Geno was his backup years ago.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like
It's real hard.
yeah. Do you want a shit sandwich or a vomit omelet?
It's the New York Jets at the end of the day. But they had a great draft. We'll give him that.
God, he's gonna be bad on TV too.
You think so?
I mean, he's got the the very like quarterback doesn't give you anything in the interview. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't really have broadcast personality.
I don't think so either.
Type
no.
personality.
We could say the same thing about Fernando Mendoza, though. He's just a little more personality-esque. But who else? He's just skipped.
Fernando does has way more personality. Right?
Well, yeah, obviously. But Fernando also just skipped the Indiana White House because he's like, yeah, I don't, coach, I can't go. I got football practice for the Raiders today. It's like, just says all the right things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him being smart,
I
bro.
want my quarterback to have the personality of a paper towel.
He also saw
Interview.
he also saw a shooting and was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's safe to go there, coach. But and man, the Giants also just signed another defensive lineman in DJ Reader. How many more defensive linemen can you have when you have no cornerbacks? And Dallas Cowboys should be thanking the New York Giants for letting Caleb Downs fall to them twice. They had the opportunity to pick him twice. Good picks by the Giants, but you just better hope Jackson Dart don't throw that ball to Caleb Downs because
Yeah, we knew how he was gonna get us to pick 2 when we actually
traded up one spot too. Made me think Miami wasn't even going to get him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But Miami didn't have that bad of a draft either. Kind of weird, but I like Proctor out of Alabama. I know a lot of people don't, but I do.
It's like a swing for the fences pick.
Well, they have him playing at guard, which I think could be really. You get a big ass guard like that.
He is a big boy.
But something else too. Anthony Richardson showed up to Indianapolis Colts practice after requesting a trade and whatever, because I guess he lost the starting spot. I think it's a smart move on his part because he's going to get QB1 reps. I mean, especially in the preseason, because I don't think Daniel Jones is going to play in the preseason with that injury. And I think it's a sign of maturity a little bit from Richardson, knowing like, hey, like I know my time here is up, but I'm still on the team. I might as well show up and be this guy and have some saving grace for somebody out there who does want to trade for me. And we thought it'd be Green Bay, but they also just signed Tyrod Taylor as a backup who I don't know how many teams he's been on now, but yeah. Sports are crazy, man. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the New York Knicks. Fuck, man. That's what I forgot about earlier to bring them up because we got caught up in Klay Thompson, but how about the most one-sided game elimination game I've ever seen in my life?
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was.
And they're up 2-0 now, too.
They might win it all this year, and we'll have to hear Stephen A.
Wait, who are they playing again?
Philly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And Embiid's hurt.
Again,
Yeah.
but we'll have to hear Stephen A., who is going to have a reunion with Skip Bayless on First Take tomorrow, but that will be. As much as I don't like them, that is kind of cool to see.
One thing I will say is we cannot let the New York Knicks go to the championship.
Why?
Unless you want, a mob of people destroying New York City and you know what I'm saying?
Bro, look at their mayor right now. That's already happening.
Bro, like, it's so funny to see the clips to me when every time New York wins and they're like, fuck Trae Young, fuck Trae Young.
Yeah.
He ain't even on the Hawks anymore.
Cracks me up.
Dumb fucks.
Bro, but it's so funny because they're every time they win, they're outside.
Rent
they're all outside.
free.
They're all fucking, you know what I'm saying? Their fan base is like, their fan base is like what the Philadelphia Eagles is to the NFL almost. It's kind of like nobody really likes him, but they always talk the most shit when they win. And, you know what I'm saying? They always have this hype where it's like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do it. This is our year. Like, let's fucking go. And then they lose and they get so fucking mad. But it's good for a sport. I fucking love seeing it. And I think if a chance now would be a genuine chance, definitely.
They could, because the Pistons had to barely scrape by the Magic, and the Magic fired their coach after blowing a 3-1 lead. Probably the right call, because Paolo Banchero deserves all the help.
I think I felt so fucking bad for Pablo. Like, that game, they were winning, like, in the half, like, 63 to, like, 39.
Bro, and they scored 19 in the second half.
In the second half, like, through, you know what I'm saying, 2 12-minute quarters, you score that. And, and they got outscored, like, terribly, terribly bad. Tobias Harris and Cade were just, you know what I'm saying, they were doing their thing. And, I thought Orlando really had it at first. And then, you know what I'm saying, because I looked at the halftime. I saw halftime. I was like, okay, Orlando probably got this. I go back, and they're like, they scored 10, and, you know what I'm saying.
Orlando wins that game. They're playing today.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
It's crazy. I personally think whoever wins the Timberwolves-Spurs series is going to go to the championship. I firmly believe that. Them two teams are, to me, the best two teams that are playing to me right now.
Dude, we got to talk about Jokic losing to Wolves without Edwards, DiVincenzo. Not a great look, but
it's that boy Rudy Gobert, bro.
Rudy Gobert was doing Rudy Gobert shut down Jokic in the paint,
playing his game. He felt different. You know what I'm saying? Which
he gets a lot of shit when he plays bad too, but you never hear anything when he plays good.
Yeah,
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Being 7'1" and blocking shots sounds pretty easy to me, but I don't know. I got no hate towards Rudy though. But even though, shout out to the guy who actually started the COVID in the United States, or whatever he did, the microphones.
Crazy.
What a guy! But yeah, and also you mentioned Philly earlier. I kind of really hate Philly right now. They beat my Penguins in the NHL playoffs, so. Double birds and fuck the birds too. Man,
they've got my baseball team, and we lost like 8 in a row.
Fired your coach
9 in a row, and it was bad. But then, like you said, we fired our coach, and we've been playing good ever since. So I hope that
the fired coach effect. It always does something.
Happens.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's so many great things going right now, bro. And I'm thinking, I've lost my train of thought, but it should be a good series between the Spurs and Wolves. I mean, Spurs kind of put the BTA yesterday, but I don't see how the Lakers get past the Thunder. I think the Lakers are just all LeBron James, and LeBron James at 41 is still one of the best.
Man,
it's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. Just to see him go from one side of the floor to another, like on a fast break, just with the intensity and like he's been doing it for years, right? But it's just like him still doing it at the age that he's doing it at.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't make sense because he's still moving like he was 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And dude, I really think, you know what I'm saying, I don't really see how people say Jordan is better, bro. I just can't, bro. I can never say Jordan is better than LeBron, bro. I can't.
It's hard for me to say because I never watched Jordan play live. I mean, the best I could say is through the what was the series Last Dance. But I just think LeBron's the better overall talent, but I think Jordan's just the more accomplished player based on championships. But if championships really mean everything, then Bill Russell's the greatest of all time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If that's what the logic we're going by.
See, to me, I don't really see championships. I see player because, honestly, you can't win a championship without a team, right? You still have to have a team around you.
Shit without Scottie Pippen.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Dennis Rodman.
And like I said, LeBron's his longevity was just way longer. You know what I'm saying? He's more dominant on offense than I think MJ was, and and on defense, to be honest. And I mean, overall as a player, he's been playing against better competition. You know what I'm saying? And he has been for, over 10 plus years.
And
so,
can we talk about the amount of bums that LeBron has gotten paid? Timofey Mozgov with the Lakers years ago. Austin Reeves right now. I wouldn't say he's a bum, but like he's not a number 2 anywhere else. I mean, maybe if they get Luka back, they could make this a competitive series, but I don't know. It feels like the Thunder always put the BTA on the Lakers, but I don't know. I mean, put your personal feelings aside for LeBron James. If you're saying he's not one of the best ever, you're just a hater because the longevity on this man is just crazy, and maybe it's because of the lack of physicality in basketball now, but the guy just – whatever he does, he is always in great physical shape. Like, you mean to tell me that this guy couldn't go play? Like, I know I'm not the biggest basketball players could go play football, but LeBron James was a fucking stud on the gridiron when he played. Like, he was a 6'4" freshman just torching guys at private school. Like, he could go play tight end if he wanted to right now. Yeah. Maybe not at this point. He's a little too old, but if he wanted to make football his career, he could. That's what I'm saying. But it should be a good playoffs, and I'm excited for the NHL too. Hopefully the Hurricanes. That's my new team now because they're playing the Flyers. So fuck you guys. Let's go Canes. But sports are the best. Nothing like it. Politics and all that shit sucks. And the more I see them try to bring that shit into sports, I just tune it out because I'm like, I just want to watch a sport. And congrats to that Kentucky Derby horse winner. I can't remember the name. Started in 19th, finished first. But, yeah, man. Great day. Great, another sports, just it's the best. That's all I can say. Bro, you got anything?
No, man. Just tune in May 9th, man. Shemaiah versus Strickland, man. I can't wait to watch
Strickland's
that. TKO. Nah. If Strickland is not motivated, he's not winning. Something has to motivate Strickland to win. I'm just letting him.
You're telling me he's not motivated right now?
Nah, not as much as he was against Izzy, and not as much as he was his last fight. Nah, I don't think he will be. And Chimaev's cardio is different, bro. Chimaev is just different. I think he's going to have to literally pull every ounce of himself into that fight to win. Because
I think Strickland's got the better cardio, bro.
No.
Bro, Chimaev gasses out in the rounds.
No. Not if Chimaev ragdolls him like that. Nah, he's going to be...
Do you think I don't think he's going to, though.
Nah.
If it's on the feet in round 3 and 4,
I ain't gonna lie. Because DDP and Strickland, to me, are the same when it comes to on the ground and stuff like that.
If Strickland wins, Pro, you got to wear a Steelers jersey on the show. If Cosmot wins, you got to wear a Cowboys jersey.
I've already done that.
yeah. I just to see how many episodes we can get you a Cowboys jersey.
I'd do that. I bet that.
Can I get another one instead of a Cowboys jersey? How about that?
I'll bring you my Tom Brady jersey, Buccaneers.
I have one too, so.
Stud.
Yeah, fuck it. Didn't mean to cut you off.
That's it, man. That whole card is gonna be really, really good, and
sad to not be there.
Yeah, bro. Tickets were fucking insane, bro.
God damn you, TKO.
Insane.
Knock it off.
Insane for nosebleed seats. Like they were insane, but should still be good. We don't gotta fucking wake up in the morning this time to fucking watch the fight, and
European fans probably think we're pussies for that.
Yeah, I know. They have to do it fucking regularly, but
yeah.
Okay, UFC's we're in America, okay?
Yeah. This is our sport.
This is our fucking...
Even though half the champions are foreign now.
Yeah, but, yeah.
We're about to have an American one on Saturday night.
Yeah, we might. We'll see, yeah. But, yeah, that's it for me, man. Poe, you got anything, man?
Kentucky Derby winner was Golden Tempo.
Thank you.
And that's all I have. Good show, boys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Yep.
Now that I remember the name, Golden Tempo. Hell of a comeback, man. Mm-hmm. Or lady, whatever. If it had a horse cock or not, because...
Well, I bet it did have a horse cock. Because it is a horse.
Yeah, but if it... You get the gist. Yeah. I don't want to end the show talking about horse cocks, but even though we're doing that. Well, thank you guys for tuning in once again. Like, comment, and subscribe. I forgot to say that earlier because I'm an idiot, but go do that or you're gay. Good night, everybody.